Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a subscriber featured recipe. This is from a fellow YouTuber named Sarah. Her channel is Mama's Heart is Full. I will have that linked below. And she submitted me a simple corn chowder. I think it looks really good. My kids aren't exactly feeling the best today. My son Conrad has an upset tummy. So I think having a simple corn chowder would be perfect for him. So I thought this was the perfect time to pull out this recipe and give it a try. So thank you, Sarah, for submitting this recipe to me. I am going to read it to you and read off what she said about it. So it's called Sarah's Corn Chowder. She has 2 cans of regular corn, 2 cans of cream corn, 1 can of table cream, and she says it's in the international aisle at Walmart. 1 quart of canned potatoes or 2 commercial cans, 6 slices of bacon, 1 medium onion diced, salt and pepper to taste. And I'm going to show you how we're going to cook that. Now she writes a little bit about how she came up with this recipe, so I'm going to read that to you. It says, I came up with this recipe because in the heat of the pandemic, I couldn't find milk, half and half, evaporated milk, powdered milk, or even coffee creamer. I saw the table cream and thought I could not only use it for this recipe, but for coffee creamer as well. For the coffee creamer, I just used the can of table cream and maybe a teaspoon of vanilla extract and put it in a mason jar and mix well. If you want the coffee creamer really sweet or just can't find sugar, add sweetened condensed milk. A little goes a long way. You will need to taste as you add it. I have found that sweetened condensed milk will last for several batches of coffee creamer. We also add stuff like chocolate syrup, white chocolate syrup, and caramel sauce to make a variety of flavors. And she has another tip, save the bacon grease for frying eggs and adding flavor to your salad dressings. So thank you, Sarah, for submitting this to me. I am super excited to give it a try. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Carolina and I live in Montana. I do a lot of food bank hauls, pantry cooking, and canning and preserving on my channel. If that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you would consider subscribing. I would love to have you as a part of my family. All right, so let's get to the stove and make Sarah's corn chowder. All right, guys, I'm going to run you through my setup here and kind of tell you what I'm going to be doing a little differently than what her recipe calls for, because that's what it's all about, is adapting stuff to what you have on hand. So I have some of this frozen pre-cooked peppered bacon I'm going to use instead of making fresh bacon. So I'm going to put that in my pan just to get that heated up. Get it out. Okay. And then instead of onions, I have onion powder. This is one that I just made in my dehydrator. If you are interested in seeing how to do this, I can link that below. So I'm going to be super lazy today and just add onion powder. But normally you would do bacon and then remove the bacon, and then in a little bit of that grease, you would cook your onion. And then I have some home canned potatoes. I'm also just going to make half of that recipe. I don't want to have too much because it's just for me and the kids. So a can of corn, a can of cream corn, and then I have evaporated milk I'm going to use instead of that table milk because this is what I have on hand. And the best by date was 6/21, so I need to get this used up. And then you usually cover this in water, but I have some of my corn cob stock that I made. I can link the video for this as well down below if you're interested in this. And I think this will go perfect in our corn chowder, so we're going to add this instead of water. And then I have a jar of my home canned vanilla peaches that I just did, so I am going to serve that with it as well. So to get this started, I'm just going to heat up the bacon, get it awake a little bit, get some of that grease down there. Going to throw in my onion powder into the bacon. This is super strong because it's from homegrown onions that I made that onion powder of, and it smells divine. And let me get some of my cans opened up. I'm going to get the corn in there. Get that cooking and charring a little bit. All right, I had my heat on high, and now I just turned it down to a 5. We are definitely getting some color here. So I'm going to add a little bit of stock just to kind of stop that from cooking, and then you're going to deglaze the pan, which means you're using that liquid to scrape all that brown crusties off your bottom of the pan. And that's a lot of flavor down there. Like that crusty brown color is what is caramelized juices, which makes that very flavorful. Like that bacon gets that crunchy bit on it, that kind of flavor. And I just added that pint of potatoes. I rinsed those off and cubed them up a little smaller. And then I'm just going to add that whole quart. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this back up to an 8 and let this come to a boil. All right, our soup is up to a boil, so this is, whoa. This is the point we are going to add our can of cream corn. And then I'm going to pour some evaporated milk in here. Hers just says a can. I'm not quite sure how much that is. But I'll do, I don't know, it's probably like half a cup evaporated milk. It looks pretty good. Let me give it a taste. Oh, that tastes good. You know, this tastes kind of corny. Alright, I'm going to do like some salt. I don't know, what was that, a tablespoon? I think that's all it needs too. It tastes delicious. Alright, my ladle is in the dishwasher. So I'm just going to use a big spoon. Now you can always make a roux with the bacon grease, add some flour, and that will help thicken this up. If you want it a little thicker, you could mash up your potatoes and have some mashed potatoes in there, or add some instant mashed potatoes. I think that looks pretty good though. I like that there's kind of a nice broth to it, more than a thicker stew. I'm gonna take mine to the next level and add some cheddar cheese here. I need to use this up anyway. And there we go. Bacon, potato, corn chowder. I mean, exactly what we need on a day like today when we're not quite feeling so good. It's super cold outside and we're just chilling at home. So thank you, Sarah, for submitting this recipe. I like how I kept the big spoon. Once again, Sarah's YouTube channel is Mama's Heart is Full. She does a lot of grocery and food bank hauls as well as cooking. So go give her some love. Make sure you tell her Mama Baird sent you. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time on Mama Baird's. If you would like to have one of your recipes featured on my channel, email me at mamabairdspantry@gmail.com and submit me that recipe.